What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, after my video about Tim Anderson and him creating a child outside of his marriage, I got one of my subscribers that came into my video. She left a comment, and she basically was accusing me of being all for the side chick because I took into consideration that that's a lot of things that could have been at play within Tim Anderson's marriage. It could have been turmoil within his own household and conflict from his own wife. Because if you decipher what Tim Anderson was really saying, he was hinting at it was stuff going on with his wife and his wife not seeing eye to eye, and his wife kind of, because they asked him what he was going through, some things. What was he going through? And he said, I don't really want to say what I was going through because I don't want to drag anybody through the mud or speak bad on anybody or so on and so forth, right? And when he says speak bad on anybody, I believe 1,000% he's talking about Bria Anderson. And I spoke about how even though married couples take pictures, you know, they could take a picture and it could look like, oh my God, this is the most perfect couple in the world. They could look like the goddamn president and the first lady, right? But inside of the household, they could be bickering every single day. The wife could be a non-attentive wife. She could be a wife who's what's the word I'm looking for? She could be a wife who could be neglectful. She could be a wife who could be verbally abusive, so on and so forth. But a slew of different things could have been going on, you know, which kind of puts him on a path to be straying from the household. Now, I'm not going to say his wife is the reason for his infidelity, because a man makes a choice to do that. But I'm saying his choices could have been, what's the word I'm looking for? It could have been turmoil in his household from his wife. They could have motivated him to want to step outside and find something different, right? And I brought that up because I see it all the time with women when they are, when they commit adultery, when they, or even if they're not married, when they step outside of their relationship. A lot of times I hear women talk about it was because the person was non-attentive. They were neglectful. They were verbally abusive. They didn't appreciate things, so on and so forth. And women use those as valid excuses to why they stepped out, right? And a lot of women accept those excuses from women when it happens. And I'm like, yo, it could have very well been a situation like that with Tim Anderson. We don't know what was going on. So she said, because I said that, I am for the side chick. And then she brought up, I'm saying all this to say, she brought up a video I made a while back when I was talking about Carmelo Anthony possibly having a child outside of, well, he did have a child outside of his marriage, right? And it was a situation where it was rumored that Lala didn't want the baby to come to the house. And I brought up Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union and how I believe Gabrielle Union got D-Wade balls in her goddamn purse in her back pocket, and she probably pulled the same thing with him. That baby can't come nowhere near this household. You can't be seeing, you can't really see the baby that much. The baby can't be in family pictures with us. The baby can't come over here to this house. You gotta spend time with the baby, you know, outside or whatever. But I spoke about how I believe that it was rumored that Carmelo Anthony, Lala didn't want him spending time with the baby at all, right? And I said that I think Gabrielle Union don't want Dwayne Wade spending time with his other child either. And so there were women in my comment section. She says that because I said that, I'm all for side chicks or whatever. And it was women in my comment section saying that, hey, you know, he don't have to, if she don't want him to spend time with the baby, that's her right. And let me tell y'all something. A lot of women who think like that, see, some of y'all grew up with soft men. I'm sorry to say that. Some of y'all grew up with men with no nuts, no spine, no backbone. Okay? My mother and father did not raise me to be that way. Okay? So, yes, cheating and creating a child outside of your marriage is wrong to do. It's a terrible thing to do, right? You shouldn't be doing it because you're breaking your wife's trust, you're breaking her heart, so on and so forth, all of those things. However, if you are to create a child outside of your union, okay, and you let your wife say, I don't want you spending time with that baby. Just get a woman money. That's it. That's all you need to be doing. You don't need to be spending time with the baby. And you acquiesce to that. And you agree to that. You are a punk. You are a coward. You are less than a man. Okay? There is no way on earth that if I was to do something like that, if I made a terrible decision like that and had a baby with another woman, and I want to stay with my wife, there's no way in hell no way in a blue hell, I'm gonna let my wife say I can't spend time with that child. Because, listen, although I love my wife, and although it probably hurt me to look in the mirror and know I got another woman pregnant, it would kill me and eat at me alive to know that I have a child out here that I don't spend time with, that I don't really know too much about, I don't have a connection with, I don't have a bond with, and I created that baby, okay? If a man creates a child, I don't care what the circumstances are, he needs to be in that child's life, he needs to take care of that child, he needs to have a connection with that child and a bond with that baby. I don't care what the circumstances are. If you allow your woman to tell you you're not going to do that, you are a punk. I don't care. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I don't care what no law say, because my subscriber, I'm not attacking her. I'm just being for real. Miss Anita say there's no law that says that the man has to be around the baby. He just got to provide for the baby. Let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn about a law. I don't give a damn about a law. A law does not negate responsibility. Responsibility includes your presence around that child. And if you don't have a presence around that child, a baby will be, that child, just imagine how lonely and scarred that baby would be. That baby didn't ask to be here. That man freaked and had that baby. Okay? So you got to take care of your responsibility, and taking care of them means spending time with the children and being around that baby. For that baby grew up having resentment for you and all the other children because you didn't stand on your toes as a man and say, no, you didn't put your foot down as a man and say, you know what? I love you, baby, but I can't be with you. You're not going to allow me to spend time with my child. If you don't want me doing that, we cannot coexist. And I don't care. I can love you to death. I can never sit here and be a absent father. With all the issues of black kids going on in the world, yes, infidelity is an issue, but I cannot add to statistics and be an absent father and be out there, my baby running through living with a cold heart in this world, and I ain't taking care of the baby. Only a coward does that. Okay, see, my subscriber, Miss Anita, she used to the old days where some men, they just want their wife. They don't want it. They're in the job of protecting their wife's feelings so much. They don't want their wives' feelings to be hurt. They want to protect their wife's image and feelings so much. They're gonna let the wife dictate them spending time with their child, because they don't want to. They're in the business of, I don't want to hurt her feelings or scar her feelings. The truth is, man, look, it's out there. It's on the table now. Yes, it's gonna hurt that woman to know that you have a child with another woman, but if it's gonna hurt her to the point of embarrassment where she can't handle it, then she should just leave rather than forcing that man to be an absent father. Okay, she should just leave. Point blank, period. You're not going to make me not be active in my child's life. I don't give a damn what nobody talking about. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what they talk. Like, only a coward would do that. Only a coward with no balls. I'm not going to, in order to protect my wife's feelings, disregard my child I created and have my child going out here growing up in a cold world with no paternal guidance that they need to stop straying, to not stray off to a path of destruction. I don't give a fuck how many uncles he got on his mama's side. I don't care if his mama get a new boyfriend. I would be restless at night, not knowing that I couldn't be there for my child. And I'm letting my woman dictate this, and I call myself a man. She got my balls in a fucking cup, and she dictated me having the time, what time I can spend with my child, and you know, how I can interact with my baby. No, regardless of the circumstances, there's no way on hell that's ever acceptable. And any man that allows that, he's weak. He's a weak man. And she used to, Big Daddy was acquiescing to Big Mama. Big Mama didn't want to spend the time with the baby. He'll sneak and do it. He wouldn't really do it. He'll just send some money here. He don't want to hurt Big Mama feelings. He want to make sure Big Mama just, her feelings are all protected and around. And yes, you want to protect your wife's feelings, but you already violated that when you went and had a baby with another woman. She know about the baby, so what we gonna do? Act like the baby don't exist and I gotta just protect your feelings and live in this window and live in our little glass house? Listen, I've already disrupted that. So, man, baby, if you're going to leave me, it's going to hurt my heart. But I would understand. But I can't allow you to not let me be a father to my child. And I can't be present. Now, listen, I can't do it. I'm not going to be like some of y'all Big Daddy now. Big Daddy just let. First of all, I'm not going to. I pray to God I'm never in a situation that I would ever create a child with another woman outside of my marriage, right? I pray to God and that I would never be in a situation like that. You know, that I would never do that to my wife. But let's just, for devil's advocate, say I found myself in a situation. I violated my marriage and I did something I wasn't supposed to do when I had a baby with another woman. I'm gonna try to stick to my ethics to be a faithful husband. But I'm saying if I didn't do that and I procreated with another woman, there's no way I'm gonna be like y'all Big Daddy and be like, oh, I just gotta do what Big Mama tell me to do. I can't do, man, fuck all that. Big Mama, I'm sorry, baby, I love you. But either you gonna leave me, or I gotta see my child and spend time with my child. One of the two. And if he don't acquire to that, he needs to be like the rest of these dudes that be on these relationship podcasts, pandering to women all day. Ace, Metaphor, Crew Season, all them motherfuckers. Be like one of them. I ain't cut like that. My mama slapped me if I did some shit like that. She a woman that's married.